everyone, and welcome to once again another edition of Paul Westbrook's Cinema Picks of the Week. Today we got movies to go ape over. Well, not exactly ape. Okay, it's a bad joke, but we're going to be talking about King Kong and its various remakes and all that stuff. So we start appropriately with the original 1933 classic King Kong. And everybody knows about this movie. It was one of the greatest movies for its time to deal with dinosaurs. Before that, the only one before that was the Lost World in 1925. But that's like a whole different ballgame. Here we got the movie directed by Merian C. Cooper and starred Fay Wray, it starred Robert Armstrong and Bruce Cabot. And more or less it's about Ann Darrow and her going with these filmmakers, boating to an island, which is called Skull Island, and eventually the natives, they kidnap Anne, they tie her to I don't know what it was, some podium or whatnot, and then next thing you know, the title creature, King Kong, shows up, the big gorilla. And it's the classic movie of Beauty and the Beast. My friend Elwie Ost, my late friend Elwie, actually said he always liked to start his sons off in life by watching King Kong. So it was one of his featured programs. It actually featured a lot on the show. And yeah, it's poignant. It's a good love story as well as a fantasy film because you deal with the fact that the gorilla is actually in love with the girl even though she spends half of it screaming. Played by the classic Fay Wray, by the way. And of course the big battle in New York and then the great scene on the top of the Empire State Building with the airplanes. And a little trivia, a little thing on trivia here. A little note. The plane that actually kills King Kong in this movie, the guys that were piloting the plane were the director and the producer of the film. Yeah, Merian C. Cooper was actually one of the people that flew the plane that killed Kong. And that was one of the most noteworthy things, and you have to be a real film aficionado to really see that. Then, in 1976, they did a remake starring Jeff Bridges, Charles Grodin, and of course the introduction of actress Jessica Lange. Now this is my friend Ron LeBlanc. Yes, Ron, I'm giving you a name boost in this one. This is the one he liked. King Kong, 1976. It was good. The story deviates a bit different. Instead of filmmakers, they're oil refinery guys, and they're going to the island. But a lot of that happens just the same. And then, of course, one of the corniest things they have to do in the movie is King Kong wearing a crown, being classified as King Kong. Yes. And Rick Baker, who is a famous special effects person, actually was in the suit because unlike the original King Kong, which was stop motion animation, this one was a man in a suit. It's okay. I didn't mind it. It has its merits, but at the same time, I was like, well, I've always preferred the original. I guess it's the purist in me. But here it is, the 1976 remake King Kong. Then, in 2005, Peter Jackson came out with a really good, more true-to-life remake of Kong, which was the 2005 King Kong. And here I have it in a 2-disc special edition, which was also very good. There was a lot of CGI. It showed a lot of scenes that had been decided but not used in the original, but then they decided to go with it for this one. And Andy Serkis actually does the motion capture for Kong, and it's all done like computerized stuff, but it's still good. It goes for almost 3 hours and 8 minutes according to the package. And you got Naomi Watts, who plays the Ann Darrow part, really good. And yeah, I got this one as sort of a tribute to my friend Hugh, and my mom bought me the extended cut. Now, a little story here. This was the last movie that my mom bought me before she passed away. So it was a gift from her to me, and you get inside. You get like scenes that you didn't really get to see in the theatrical cut, which is the one I just showed you. And then in the back, you got 6 hours of extras. So this one's about 3 hours and 21 minutes because it's an extended cut. But again, it's very thrilling, and you get all the good scenes, plus an extra battle with a water dinosaur. So take it as you will. That's something I certainly would spend my money on. Then, recently they came up with Kong Skull Island. This was released in 2017. Kong Skull Island was a really good adaptation itself, but not really to the story. It's like supposed to what happened, like Kong being on the island before he went to the city and all that stuff. And it's sort of like that, and you got an expedition, and you got island explorers that go to this island, and then you got this one soldier that's been on the island forever, and this other one, played by Sam Jackson, he tries to kill him and wants to kill Kong. And it's supposed to be a lead up to the MonsterVerse movies, because you got Godzilla King of the Monsters, and then there's supposed to be Godzilla vs. King Kong, which is coming up next year. So this is sort of the lead up movie to that. But if you like gorilla movies and big giant gorillas and monsters in general, check it out. Well, again, that's our show for today. We hope you liked it, and continue to like and subscribe to the channel, and leave your comments, because they're always welcome. And thank you very much for listening, and I'll be seeing you at the movies.